But you know what's fascinating, my dear?
What's that?
Today, when I saw Brother Deja, Doctor of Light, put up the altar,
Piso Deja.
Piso Deja, showing the family altar, that Numi looked to me like Earth from
sure
outer
did.
space. And I didn't even tell you that I just ran and looked at some old research notes that I had taken. Because one of the very first academic works of scholarship I ever did, you'll remember, because I once upon a time told you, I interviewed the original astronauts who went into outer space to the moon. Those on the Apollo missions. Because I had heard that they had very strange experiences in
More
outer
strange
space.
than your experiences
Let's say
in
that
outer space?
since I was familiar with strange and they had met strange, maybe at the time I did not know what to say, but now I would say maybe they saw a Numi. And it so happened that my professor at MIT was a very interesting, odd man. He was mentored by Norbert Wiener, and he invented, or oversaw, and sometimes both, the guidance mechanisms for sending the rocket to the moon. Now, he also liked to drink Russian vodka and caviar,
That sounds delicious.
and he ran his car off the road, and so part of my assistantship was to be his chauffeur. This is true. So I had this idea that I would talk to the astronauts. Reminds me of that Dr. Dolittle song, Talk to the Animals. Let's talk to the astronauts. Okay. So
That's all we got.
that's all
Just
we got.
one line.
Don't know anymore. And sure enough, I found that when they went up with Space Lady, she didn't know it, but she was in the capsule back then, in another form. When they looked up and looked out that little window at Earth, they said that it was such a spectacular view, such a spectacular view, that it transformed their entire perspective on life. It drew many of them towards religion and spirit. Edgar Mitchell told me, something happens to you out there. You develop an instant sense of the whole globe. No more countries. Well, there are, but they're now secondary and now primary. Your ratio of locality to the whole of Earth changes. And you feel an intense dissatisfaction with people preferring certain places over others, certain colors over others, certain thises and that's. And you want to do something about it. That is a moment of awe. Some took a look and saw Earth as looking like Deja's, Agnes's, and Bruno's.
Numi.
Numi. One of them became a preacher. Another started an institute on noetic science in Palo Alto, until he went to Florida for various reasons I shall not share. And Russell Schweikert dedicated himself to voluntary work, all because they took a look at a Numi, and it was the Earth. So if I could send you to Hillary, and Hillary could send you to outer space, and you could take a look at the Earth, you'd see a Numi, and you'd realize that you are not an American or a Romanian. You are a Numi Earthling. And you're the other thing too, but it's secondary now. So that
Thank you.
was awakened today, and I believe that the source from the other side, bringing us the Numi as the blue sphere that you drew, is Mother Earth itself. So Earth is a Numi, and its children are Numi, and its forms in all sides of the dimensions, levels, lines, dots, circularities, Ouroborean recursions are part of the Numosphere. So I thought I would
Thank you.
share that as a little surprise for you.
That was wonderful.
Excellent.